Hi, everybody, and welcome to Bytes and Books. We are here today to do a bunch of fun activities with you, and I have some friends with me that I'd like to introduce. My name is Miss Haley, and I am with WFSU Public Media, and I also have with me Miss Tasha.
Hi, everyone. I am Miss Tasha, and I work with Miss Haley at WFSU Public Media, also your PBS Kids station. And I have with me Luciana.
Hello, I'm Luciana. I am the parent trainer, one of them for POPIN, which stands for Parents Offering Parents Information and Network. And we're here to help you with all your special education needs. And here we also have Miss Mary from Fiddlers.
Hi, I am Miss Mary and I am from Fiddlers. And I bet you're wondering what Fiddlers stands for. Well, it's a Florida Diagnostic Learning Resource System. And one of my jobs is parent services. So I'm available if parents have questions on anything regarding your child's education.
And together we are presenting Bytes and Books. So let's jump in. This week we're sharing about perspectives. Everyone see the Cat in the Hat? He's got a funny little easel there, doesn't he?
There's something on that easel, too. I wonder what that is.
I know. It looks
I don't know.
Could be mud, almost.
Almost reminds
It's like
me
a
of
tree.
That could be a bird, too.
It could be.
Have any of you ever heard the word perspective? Mary, can you tell us what perspective is?
It's accidents that can cause you to look at things in another way. You'll never know what you might find.
You sure don't. Let's learn a little bit more about perspective.
Yay!
Cat, what are you going to paint?
I don't know yet.
Whoa! Sorry, Cat.
That's okay, Sally. It was only an accident. And accidents can be wonderful things.
They can't.
Did you know that? Did you know that an accident could be a wonderful thing?
Yes.
No.
Let's see what happens next. Uh-oh. Oops. Try that again.
Cat, what are you going to paint?
I don't know yet.
Whoa! Sorry, Cat.
That's okay, Sally. It was only an accident. And accidents can be wonderful things.
They can?
Yes. Now, some people fret about making mistakes, but I've got a message for you. The greatest inventors rely on mistakes to help them create something new. When accidents happen, they give us a chance to see things a whole different way. I truly believe it, I've seen it myself, and that is why I always say, accidents happen if you're lucky. Try to keep an open mind, because when you look at things another way, you never know what you might find. If you have a spill, as many of us will, that's no time for feeling sad. Look and you might see what else a thing might be, and think a thought you've never had. Accidents happen if you're lucky.
If you're lucky.
Try to keep an open mind,
Gotta keep an open mind.
because when you look at things another way,
Look at things another way.
you never know what you might find. Hey!
Wow, that turned into something totally different. I wasn't expecting that.
I know. What a fun song.
All right, we have some questions for you now. And the first one is, do you think Sally sat on Cat's hat on purpose? Or was it an accident?
I think it was an accident.
That might have been an
So
accident.
too. Yeah.
I think it was an accident.
So our next question is, what does it mean to do something on accident? Let's think about that for a second. And think about, have you had any accidents before?
I have.
What was your accident, Miss Haley?
One time I was trying to do an art project and it didn't turn out how I wanted to. I had a cup of water and I knocked it over onto my painting. And that was my accident. It wasn't what I wanted to happen or meant to happen, but it was an accident.
It's a big accident.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can remember planting some seeds and mixing them up.
Oh.
What happened, I had 2 different types of plants growing at the same time. So it was an accident, but it was a good one because then I didn't have to work so hard.
You had surprises.
That is true. And one time I was going to make macaroni and cheese for my kids when they were little. And I realized I didn't have any milk. And I had meant to get some at the store. So in a way, that was an accident. But I did have vanilla ice cream. And we had vanilla ice cream, macaroni and cheese. And my kids thought it was the best thing ever.
Wow.
Yes, that would be a good accident to have vanilla ice cream.
Exactly.
I have to try that.
And then we've got one more question. Haley, were you going to read that one?
I can.
Thanks.
We're curious to know, did Cat accidentally spatter paint on his paper or did he do it on purpose? What do you think?
Think about that one.
Because sometimes when you paint, you might be painting an object. So you might be looking at a vase of flowers, or you might be looking at a cat, or you might be looking at a friend and painting them. So you don't necessarily think that I'm going to put splattering paint all over my paper.
We'll
But
see what
sometimes you might.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so neat. Well, let's think about more of accidents and things that might not be exactly what you thought they would be.
Beautiful oops, beautiful oops, beautiful oops, beautiful oops. A torn piece of paper is just the beginning. Every spill has lots of possibilities. Bent paper is something to celebrate. A little drip of paint lets your imagination run wild. A scrap of paper can be fun to play with. A smudge and a smear can make magic appear. Stain has potential if you play with the shape. Holes in your paper are worth exploring. When you think you have made a mistake, think of it as an opportunity to make something beautiful. Beautiful oops, beautiful oops, beautiful oops, beautiful oops.
I think that is so much fun.
I loved it.
Makes me want to have a few beautiful oopses too.
And what's fun too, friends, is you each get one of these books. So you can read it yourself. You can look at all the different pages. And as you saw in the video, there's different flaps. There's different things to look at and look under. So there's a lot to discover in the Beautiful Oops book.
No, so excited that we can share that with you. So sometimes that aren't accidents, like in the clouds. You never know what kind of shapes you're going to see if you look up in the sky. So if you are watching this and it's a lovely day and you're able to go outside or go over to the window, it's a wonderful time to take a wonder walk and explore things that might look a little different than just a cloud. Like what we're looking at right here. Is it just a cloud?
No, I think it looks like a rabbit.
I see a rabbit too.
But I see a pelican. And it looks like the pelican is looking up to the sky and he's got his little beak pointed upwards.
Oh, I see that too, Miss Haley.
I do too, hey, Miss Haley.
Yes, yes, yes. I see the same thing.
Well, kiddos, you can ask your teacher to pause our presentation for the moment and go see if you've got some amazing clouds or trees or a bush or a flower or something, a rock maybe, that might look a little bit different, just the way you look at it. It's all about perspective.
Yes, yes, yes.
So let's explore some more.
So friends, we've got a really fun activity for you to do. And in a moment, I'll show you how you're going to do it. And we're talking all about accidents or beautiful oops, just like in the book. And we can do that with painting. So we've got a few different materials that you're going to need to do this activity. Of course, you're going to need some paper, some paint. You have some ping pong balls, and then a small box or like a pizza box, something with a lid, or if the edges are high enough in the box, you could leave it open as well. I've also seen people do this if they put their paper in a coffee canister and close the lid. Any small container that can fit a piece of paper in it will work for this activity.
Hey Bytes and Books friends, it's Haley and I'm here to show you the activity that we're going to be doing today, all about taking a different look at something. So we're going to experiment with some art materials. So for our teachers who are following along, this is on page 114 in your Ready to Learn activity guide. So that is this guy right here. Ready to Learn Activities Guide, page 114. All right, friends, so what you're going to need is some sort of box. So I am working from home, so I have a few different materials than what you're probably going to have in your school, but this will give you an idea. So you're going to have some sort of box with an edge to it so that your objects stay inside of the box. You're going to need some paper, of course. I'm going to go ahead and put my paper inside of the box. I'll get to that in just a second. And also some paint. You might have some different colors than I do. These are just a few options that I had here at home. You're also going to have a ping pong ball. Now again, I'm at home, so I'm going to use some cat toys that I have hanging out here with me. But yours might look a little different than mine. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your paper and put it in your box. And then, of course, with the teacher's help, you are going to take your paint and, oops, just splat it on your paper. I'm going to do a few different colors. We don't need a whole lot of paint, just a little bit. Let me shake that out a little bit more. Just a little bit, oops, a little bit more. And there we go. So I've got 3 dots of yellow. I've got kind of a teal color and a purpley blue. And I thought these colors might look nice together. Maybe you can decide what colors you want. They might be a little bit different than mine. Then friends, you are going to take your ping pong ball. And again, I've just got my cat toys here. Maybe you'll take one at first and put it in your box. Now, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think I should do next? I'm going to pick up my box and I'm going to roll the ball around and I'm going to try and hit the paint. There we go. Maybe I should have put more paint on my paper. That's a good experiment. How much paint do you need? And I'm going to keep rolling it around and maybe I'll turn the box. I still keep missing that yellow. There we go. Caught the yellow. Got stuck in the blue. There we go. I might need to shake, but of course I need to be a little careful to make sure that my ball doesn't come out of the box. And now let's start talking about what do we see? What's happening as I do this with the ball in the box? What do you see in this paint? I'll hold it still for a moment. What do you see in here? I'm gonna add another ball and I'm gonna stick it right to the paint. There we go. This one's got a little bell in it, so I've got some noise to go with it too. And this ball got stuck. So notice I'm not touching the balls with my hands. I'm just rolling it around. I'm trying to spread that paint out. I might need to shake it a little bit. Maybe I'll do faster, 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 faster. Wow, look at that, friends. What do you see here? What if I turn it this way? What do you see? What if I turn it this way? There's so many different things that you could see in here. To me, it kind of looks like outer space. Makes me think of galaxies and stars, maybe some dust out in the outer space, way up there in the sky. But you might see something different. Let me try it again. I've got a second piece of paper. I'll move this one over here. And friends, you might have to work in turns and work together. Maybe your friend might use blue and you want to use yellow. Or maybe you both want to use blue and yellow. Maybe one of you only wants to use red. That's all right. Pick your colors and spread it out. I'm going to add some more dots of paint because maybe only 3 dots of paint wasn't enough. So I'm going to add more dots, kind of spread the color around. Again, you don't need big splots of paint because as we saw in the first one, it spreads around pretty quickly. Okay, so I've got all of my paint in here spread all about. I've got my balls in here. I'm going to start rolling it around. I'm going to start faster. And I'm turning and turning and turning. So I'm kind of putting my box into like a little circle. Turning it around in a circle and a circle and a circle. And I'm going to shake it back and forth like this. Whoa! And I'm going to turn it again. And I'm going to go front and back, front and back. Oh, if I don't lose my balls, maybe I could bounce them a little bit. Wow, this one looks so different already from the first one that I did. And you know what, friends? I picked colors that mix well together. So yellow and blue make green. So I knew that they would go well together. But you might pick colors that when they mix, they make totally different colors. And they might even make colors that you didn't expect or you don't like. But that's okay. Just like we read in our book, it's all about making something new out of something that maybe we didn't expect to happen. But we can find something pretty cool to look at, even if it wasn't what we expected it to look like. So let's look at my first painting and my second painting. My first one doesn't have as many spots on it, or it doesn't have as much paint spread around. My second one, I spread the paint out more, and so I have a lot more going on my paper. The paint mixed more. Show you that the paint mixed a little bit more. And there's a lot more marks. This one, there's more purple, and on this one, there's more green. Do you see any other differences in my two paintings? What else do you see? Try and turn them towards the light. What else do you see in my paintings? Now, these paintings may not be what you think of like when you work with a paintbrush. These are a little different. I didn't quite have as much control over what I was doing and what was going to happen, but I just went with it. And now I have two pretty cool paintings. What do you think will happen when you make your painting? What colors do you think you want to use? Do you think you'll shake the box really fast or really slow? And then, friends, when you're done, I really want you to think about and imagine all of the different things that you see in your painting. This one, I see lots of back and forth lines, because if you remember, I shook my box back and forth really fast. So there's lots of back and forth lines. This one kind of makes me think of a forest. Seems like there's trees and leaves and flowers, but maybe you see something different. Maybe when you make your painting, you'll see it one way, and your friend might see it a different way. We all have a different perspective. We all have a different way of looking at things, and that's okay. And sometimes when things don't turn out how we want them to, we can turn it a different way and maybe see it from a new perspective. So friends, when you make your paintings, I want you to keep an open mind, use your imagination, and think about all the different things that you can see. And then, what else could you do with it? I think for this first one, I'm going to fold it in half. And I'm gonna squish, 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 squish. And the paint comes off on both sides. And now, I think I've made a face. And it almost looks like a man face. I see 2 yellow eyes and kind of a green and blue eyebrow and a mouth right here, and it looks like it's going grrr. But maybe if I turn it this way, it might look a little different. I'm not sure I see a face anymore, but maybe I could turn it into a flower or a bird or a bug. There's so many different things that I can do with this. So friends, after this video, I hope you test out this activity and you think of all the different things you can see, and then I'm really excited to see what you come up with. Happy painting!
So friends, as you saw, it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with all of that painting. And now I want to show you really quick. I have to get rid of my virtual background. There we go. You can just see I'm here at my house. Here's that first painting, and I turned it into a drawing. So remember how I folded it in half and I smushed it, and then I opened it back up, and I thought I saw kind of a scary face. So I went with it, and I took a marker and I drew around the eyes, and I made it a mouth with some teeth, and I even drew some little hands. So you could do this too with one of your paintings. So you have to look really close and think about all the possibilities of what you see in that painting. And of course, just have fun with it. It may not turn out how you like or how you wanted it to, but when you look at yours and you look at your friends, you might see all sorts of cool things that just happened.
That was amazing. And I like, it's kind of like a little ogre face. His teeth were so cute, Haley.
Thank you.
That was amazing. Great job. Great job.
Wait to see what kind of amazing oopsies you make with your ping pong balls and your paint today during this activity. So let's go back. We'll share my screen one more time. So here's another couple of colors that this young lady from Iowa Public Broadcasting is sharing in her special painting, and some questions that Miss Haley already asked you to consider as you're working on yours. We cannot wait to see them. For next, we have Miss Luciana. I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and Luciana, you can start sharing yours or just visit with us.
Okay, hello. My name is Luciana Brown, and I am one of the parent trainers for Poppin', as I introduced earlier. And so I really am excited to share the information that I'm getting ready to share with you, because we serve families that have children with special needs from birth to age 26. And one of the things that we do a workshop on is supportive decision making. And as you can think about it, all of our children, whether they have disabilities or not, see things from different perspectives. And so one of the things that I want to share with you today is how we can support our kiddos, even as in an early age, with supportive decision making. So I'm going to share my screen just to give you a nice little example of what supportive decision making really is. And let's see if I can get it right. So let's see. So supportive decision making is giving people with disabilities help they need to make choices on their own. And so when we think about perspectives, we see our kids go outside, they may want to play with a ball, and the ball may be a giant astronaut for them, or it may be they want to go outside and play with a towel and make it into a Superman. We see it as a towel, but they may see it as a Superman cape. And so with our little ones that have disabilities, or they have some type of challenge with the learning, we want to be able to support them in the different choices that they make in life. And you can start as something simple as letting them choose their vegetables, or letting them choose what they want to wear. But supportive decision making is a very important way. And so we want to let parents know what that looks like. It's person-centered, provides support, and it allows that person with a disability, or that child without a disability, to make quality decisions. And like I said, we do that by learning at an early age that it's okay sometimes to make accidents. I know my son, he's very, 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 very particular about what he does. And so when he does something wrong, he's always, oh, I did something wrong. But what I've learned to try to do is say, let's see what we've learned in this situation. What is it that we created in this situation? And so even on today, one of his science projects involves seeing how dye goes through celery, and then we're going to make some pumpkin bread. I'm going to let him do it by himself because I want to see kind of what he comes up with. So one thing that we like to promote is self-sufficiency. We like to promote supportive decision making, because we all make accidents, even now as an adults, and we can see things from different perspectives that can help us learn along the way. And it also builds that confidence and help us learn that, was that a good decision or not? What did I learn from that decision? And how can I do things better if I do something totally different? So with F&D and Poppin', we love to help our young adults as well as our children learn that it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to have accidents, because accidents can turn into something beautiful. So we thank you so much for joining in for supportive decision making during this time of with WFSU and Fiddlers. And so I'm Luciana, and thank you for allowing me to share.
And I'm Miss Tasha. So glad we spent this last time with each other. We can't wait to see you again soon.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.